The Happy Prince. The statue of the Happy Prince stood high above the city. It was covered with gold, its eyes were bright blue jewels, and a red jewel hung from its waist. Everyone thought that it was very beautiful. "Why aren't you like the Happy Prince?" mothers said to their little boys when they cried. Sad men looked at the statue and said, "I'm glad that someone in the world is happy." One night a swallow flew alone over the city. His friends had gone away, but he had stayed behind for 6 weeks. "Where can I stay tonight?" he thought. Then he saw the statue. "I will stay there," he thought. "It is high up, so there is plenty of fresh air." He landed between the feet of the Happy Prince. "And I have a golden bedroom," he thought. But as he put his head under his wings, a large drop of water fell on him. He looked up. "That is very strange," he thought. "There is not a cloud in the sky, but it is raining." Then another drop fell. "I cannot stay on a statue that does not keep me dry," he thought. "I must find another place," and he decided to fly away. But as he opened his wings, the third drop fell. He looked up and saw, what did he see? The eyes of the Happy Prince were full of tears. Tears rolled down his golden face. The face was very beautiful in the moonlight, and the swallow felt sorry for him. "Who are you?" asked the bird. "I am the Happy Prince." "Then why are you crying?" "I am wet with your tears." "When I was alive," said the prince, "I had a heart like every other man, but I did not know what tears were. I lived in a palace where there was no sadness. In the daytime, I played with my friends in a beautiful garden, and in the evening, I danced. There was a high wall round the garden, but I did not know what lay on the other side. So I was called the Happy Prince. I was pleased with my little world. Now I am dead, and they have put me up here. I can see all the unhappiness of my city. My heart now is made of a cheap metal, but even that poor heart can feel, and so I cry." "Oh," said the swallow to himself, "he is not only gold on the outside." "Far away from here," said the Happy Prince in a low voice, "there is a poor house in a little street. Through an open window I can see a woman at a table. Her face is very thin and she has rough red hands. She is making a dress for one of the queen's ladies for a dance in the palace. Her little boy is lying on a bed in the corner of the room. He is very ill. He is crying because she can only give him water from the river. Little bird, will you take my red jewel to her? I cannot move from here. My friends are waiting for me in Egypt," said the swallow. Little bird," said the prince, "please stay. The boy is crying and his mother is so unhappy." The Happy Prince looked very sad, and the little swallow was sorry for him. It is very cold here, he said, but I will stay with you for one night. Tomorrow I will take the jewel. Thank you, little bird, said the prince. So the swallow took the great red jewel from the prince's waist and flew away with it over the roofs of the town. He passed the palace and heard the sound of dancing. The bird passed over the river and flew and flew. At last he came to the poor little house and looked inside. The boy was lying on the bed. The mother was asleep. She was so tired. He flew in and put the great red jewel on the table. Then he flew around the bed, moving the air around the boy's face with his wings. "Oh," said the boy, "my face does not feel so hot. I think I am getting better." And he fell asleep. Then the swallow flew back to the happy prince. "It is strange," the swallow said. "It is very cold, but I feel quite warm." "That is because you have done a good thing," said the prince. The little swallow fell asleep.